Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Ancestors Legacy video. The main purpose of this video is really to correct a mistake I made in the first video. I was talking about the campaign, and when I was glancing at the menu, for some reason I thought you could play as any faction at any time. There are 4 factions, each faction has 2 heroes. And for some reason I thought if you wanted to, you could start as the Germans or the Slavs or whoever and pick whichever hero you want. As it turns out, you have to start as the Vikings and you have to play as Ulf Ironbeard at the very beginning. I don't know why I thought what I did, because that's not how these types of games usually work. But anyway, I wanted to correct that mistake. Obviously, correcting that mistake only took about a minute of video time, so I thought while I'm at it, I might as well show another mission in the Ulf Ironbeard campaign right at the very beginning. So this will be mission 2. It will be highly edited, but this mission does show a few other mechanics that are not shown in the first mission, so I thought I might as well show it. And obviously, spoiler alert.
You made it. Good to see you alive, Jarl.
We retreated as soon as they started winning the battle in the village.
We lost many good men in there, and many were taken hostage.
Tonight, they dine in Valhalla.
Look, it's our scout. He's back.
I found food supplies. There is a farm and a hunting hut north from here. If we plunder both places, we will have food for many days.
We cannot go. We need to patch our wounds.
Take care of your warriors, brother. I'll get those supplies.
Listen.
Keep it quiet. There's a lot of enemies nearby. I'll be scouting the nearby area.
We will see that scout on horseback a little bit later on in the mission, but basically what happened is there was a big battle in mission 1. The Vikings had to retreat, and they are hiding in the forest, and they need some food.
To replenish your squad, use retreat, or go back to a camp you control.
Retreating was shown in level 1, but what's different about this map is you have certain designated camps, and when you retreat, your remaining soldiers, your remaining troops will run back to one of those camps, and if you've lost some people, they can be replenished there. So basically the idea is you don't necessarily want to fight to the death, because it could be the end of the level. You might have to just start all over again. So here's a mechanic that was not shown in the first level, and that is hiding in the bushes. You can hide and ambush enemies.
Let's make an ambush in one of those bushes.
And so right here you can choose bushes on either side of this little camp here, and there's one guard that's walking around. And so as far as I know, there's only one guard here. It turns out there is more than one guard, and they are asleep, I guess, or at least hanging out in those little huts. And so we jump out and attack this guy. But we don't do it well enough. I did not execute well enough, and so some more soldiers showed up, and so I ended up retreating here. And you'll see we end up running all the way back down to our original little camp down here.
We're falling back.
We're falling back. We're still falling back.
We're going there fast.
So look at the top left corner of the screen there, and you'll see kind of circles of light moving around, and basically there are enemy troops there. I guess maybe we can hear them, but you don't know what type of troop it is. You don't know how many there are. So a lot of this level is either fighting or sneaking your way past patrolling enemy troops. Now this is just one troop here, so I think, what the hell? I'll go ahead and attack. What could go wrong? But unfortunately there were other troops nearby that I did not really, I was not cautious enough, basically. And I lose one of my people here. Oh, yeah. Valhalla! And so I may or may not have won this fight, but it looked like my health bar was in much worse shape than theirs. So I ended up retreating once again. Already, I've retreated twice in this level. This time, they are running to this other camp that I found. I'm obviously not showing this entire level. You know, I said it was edited, but I'm editing big chunks of it out because it was fairly long. So there we got our extra soldier back, and I did a healing camp maneuver from the menu, basically. And so you can basically sit down or lie down on the ground, and you can heal. You won't heal otherwise, as far as I can tell anyway, but you are vulnerable while you are doing that. So now we've moved back out. We have 3 guys in our squad again. And this ambush is much more successful. I'm getting a little better at sneaking around anyway. So here, at first I thought you could only heal in one of those camps, but as it turns out,
Before we go any further,
you can heal no matter where you are. It just makes you vulnerable. So you really only have to return to a camp if you lose one of your people, one or more of your people. But there we are, just camping in the tall grass, getting our health back. And here we are hiding up here. There's some food in this camp. It's one of our objectives, is to get food. So there we are with another ambush. There was another group of soldiers nearby, but they were too far away to really make a difference. And we are once again victorious. So we can grab some of this food. I don't know why my people are moving so slow right there. It's like they're kind of strolling along. Then they start to jog.
that's Hjorder. Poor bastard. His squad must have wandered off when we retreated from the beach. It seems like they wanted some food and got killed by the Brits. Fools. Wait, there's a blood trail. Maybe someone survived. We need to find out.
So they spotted some blood over here next to the camp, and they end up following this blood trail. And they find a camp with some Vikings being held captive. And I'm not going to show all this, but basically the game tells you, you know, there are a lot of guards there, and so the game tells you to go to a nearby village and burn the village as a distraction, and then go free your men. And so that's what you do, and you end up doing that several times. So you can see my squad has gotten quite a bit bigger now. In this, I've freed 2 of the 3 groups of allies, so there's one more group of allies that I'm on my way toward here. Pressing L3 gives you this kind of a cinematic sort of action camera, which is pretty cool. And my usual move after a fight is to immediately do the the healing camp thing to get everybody back to full health. You can see that some troops have automatically more health than others.
Good to see you. I saw a party of Brits heading in that direction. They want our wood. We need it to repair ships and build siege machines. We need to secure this wood camp at all costs.
So there was the scout we saw at the beginning of the level. I freed all 3 of my groups of captives, so I've got my full group of soldiers now. This is a wood camp that we basically took over, and we're taking these wood supplies.
That should be enough.
And now here is another new mechanic that wasn't in the first level, and that is building a trap. So you're supposed to place a trap here, and then by this point you have got a named character with you named Godric, and Godric has to survive this next little battle here. But you place the trap from the menu like that. And there they go. Oh, very devious. Very, very devious. I probably should have just had my people hide right there, but for some reason I didn't. Actually, I did, I guess, but then I changed my mind and I moved them down this way. But there were troops coming up the road there right behind me. Somehow that troop got through. I don't know how that happened. There's the cinematic camera again. I think a lot of what this game is going to be about is, you know, you have your groups of soldiers like I have, and I've basically just been moving them around all in one big lump. But I think the thing is, you need to know when to use individual groups. Like I have the archers back there. I've got enemy archers shooting at me. So in the middle of this battle, I took control of just my archers, and I told them to attack the enemy archers, while my other troops are still fighting there. I probably strategically could have done this in a much smarter way, but it got the job done.
We made it. All the Christians are dead.
This is how I joined the Northmen in their raid on Lindisfarne. Ethelred had held me captive for months, and that was my chance to get even. When Jarl Ulf Ironbeard regained his strength and we collected enough supplies, we could finally head on to join the rest of the expedition. However, the road to Lindisfarne was not an easy one. Every once in a while, we encountered Etheld's troops. Our supplies ran out faster than we were able to loot the surrounding villages. It was then that the scouts noticed an approaching caravan with food and weapons. We prepared an ambush, not expecting that someone else was preparing to attack it as well.
So anyway, I corrected my mistake there at the beginning of this video, and then we took a very edited look at the second level. It was actually much longer than what you saw there. But I think that'll about do it for this video. I'm liking this game more and more as I play, and I'm sure I will make some more videos for this later, but that will do it for now for Ancestors Legacy. Thanks for watching.